Trey. Okay, we will get started with Mark Weiser and go to Connor Riley after that.
Trey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Obviously, you're getting to know all your new teammates in the months you've been with the program. I want to ask you about James Cook, what you learned about him, as a running back, as a playmaker, like you showed last game. What's the ceiling for him, you think?
I think the ceiling's very high for him. He's a freak athlete. So, seeing what he can do on the field has just been amazing so far. So, glad to have him as a teammate. He's a great guy and a great player.
What has he shown you in practice or in a game that's made you say he's a freak athlete?
Just his speed. He's able to the ability to turn the corner and everything like that. I think he's just really great at doing that.
Thanks.
Hey, Trey, have you noticed a difference in the way that Georgia approaches or coaches special teams compared to your time at Florida State?
No, I really think everybody kind of takes, special teams seriously. Some might do it better than the others, but, ever since I've been in college, special teams has been a big key focus. I definitely take doing the same thing here, but I feel like everyone kind of takes special teams seriously.
Okay, we will go to Anthony Dasher and then Bailey Johnson.
Hey, Trey. Just curious what all have you learned by working with Coach Hartley and Coach Monk and playing in this system and that perhaps you didn't know before?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time? It's kind of hard to hear you.
No problem. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'm just curious, what have you learned by working with Coach Hartley and Coach Monk and playing in the system that you are now that perhaps you did not know before?
Right. Them two coaches were like a big reason why I came here. So it's been cool working them so far. I think Coach Hartley has taught me a lot with new techniques that I didn't work with in the past. And having an NFL guy like Coach Monk has been great so far. Just soaking up all the knowledge I can, and so I'm trying to do so far and play the best I can.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Trey, just to follow up on that, you mentioned some new techniques that you've learned. What are some of those?
Just different things with blocking and how to take on like 6 techniques or something like that. And just, every coach has a different style of how they want the players to do it. And, learning from a new guy like Coach Hartley has just helped me out so far.
Okay, we will go to Jake Rowe and then Jed May.
Trey, at this point, you've got 2 games and a bye week under your belt. Are you 100% at this point? And how do you feel like you're, performing right now? Do you feel like you're kind of in stride or are you still trying to get there?
Definitely the first 2 weeks I came back, wasn't quite feeling myself. I was good enough to go, so I want to be out there as soon as I could. This bye week definitely helps. So I'm getting closer to 100% every single day. I think I'm moving along great. Ron has helped me out so much, getting to 100%. So looking to be that by Saturday.
Hey, Trey, Coach Smart was talking the other day about how the running game can open up play action opportunities to throw to the tight ends, down the middle like y'all have hit a few times this year. I guess from your perspective, how do those two things work together in the running game, create opportunities for you guys to make some big plays through the air?
Well, I mean, if you're not running the ball well, defense isn't going to bite when you have play action. So everything kind of works hand in hand. You have a good run game, linebackers, everything is going to bite, and we get space over the backers to make plays in the middle of the field.
Okay, we will go to Chip Towers and then Palmer Tones.
Yeah, Trey, I want to ask you to humor me, if you will. My name's Chip, so I spent most of my life getting made fun of with Chip, and I just, your name's McKitty. That's unusual, but I know how college athletics is and how kids are too. So I just wonder if you have any interesting stories that where people have, made fun of your name or anything like that,
That's been my entire life. Probably the worst ones back in 5th grade. I kind of was a little bit chubby back in the day. So, my nickname was McKitty. So, but, I lost him now, so I'm all good.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Do you know your heritage or where the name comes from or anything like that? I mean, I've never met a McKitty. I don't think in my lifetime.
It's a European name. That's all I know about it, to be honest.
Okay. Thanks for humoring me.
No problem.
Hey, Trey, is that a sticker for voting?
Yes, sir.
So I saw that Trey Hill had one on earlier. Was there a team effort or a group of guys that went over to go early vote today at Stegman?
Yeah, for sure. I actually did my vote yesterday. In the summer, we all went as a team to get registered to vote, and they told us that we can go over to Stegman and vote these next 3 days. So Coach Smart's made an emphasis, let guys know that we can go right over there on the day and vote early. I think it kind of helps a lot too. A lot of guys think that it's going to be a long line and stuff like that, but I think right now is the best time to go. So let's try and get all of us to go over now to get our vote in.
Thanks.
Okay, we will go to Jillian McIntyre, and then we will open it up for a few more questions.
Hey, Trey. So how important do you think it is for the offense to be more explosive through the air against Kentucky?
I think it's very important. We always want to be explosive on offense. That's the key to winning the game. So, we want to attack our run game, make sure we can do that, and, take shots over top. Try to be explosive every time we come out.
Yeah, Trey, if I could, everybody likes the backup quarterback and the backup running back. Right now, it seems to be a lot of buzz around Kendall Milton. We've only seen him in some glimpses. He's a new arrival like you, but just can you talk about him and then maybe how that fits into Georgia? He fits in Georgia's running back tradition. I mean, it's a position that's always loaded, and clearly as a tight end, you're intimately involved with the run game and those guys. What have you seen from Kendall Milton?
Right. What I've seen from Kendall so far is that he's a workhorse. Me coming in the summer, working out, we're in the same workout group, so I got to see him firsthand. He was, busting his butt every single day in workouts and just carried over to training camp, and he's having a hell of a season so far. Looking to continue that.
Hey, Trey. Obviously, some tight ends are more blockers, some are more pass catchers, some are dual. How would you consider yourself in terms of that?
Coming into college, I always had the thing on my name that I was a receiving tight end, and I kind of wanted to get away from that, knowing that I could run routes and catch the ball, but really went to hone in on my blocking. Try to make that emphasis the last few years. It's also one of the reasons why I wanted to come to SEC to kind of prove that I can hang with the big guys in the blocking game. So I consider myself an all-around tight end.
Last question for Trey.
Trey, speaking of the backup quarterback or quarterbacks, another transfer I want to ask you about is JT Daniels. What are you seeing? You guys obviously had a little bit more time with the open date. What have you seen in terms of his development as he comes off that injury?
He's coming along great. I was working through that all summer, but I was still getting work with him. He's my locker buddy, so we get to talk a lot. And he's a great guy. Looking to get back and help the team any way he can. I'll go in the meeting with him just every day, just watching film on the upcoming opponent. It's just great guy to have around the team right now. Working through his injury and hopefully have him back out there soon.
Thanks.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you.